The NASDAQ 100 had a really tough and rough September. The tech heavy index has been struggling of late, but where could that price be heading next? In today's chart of the day, I take a look. Hello, I'm Stephen Ho, trader and founder of the Stop Hunter. So let's start with the weekly line chart for the NASDAQ 100, and we can see actually from March 2020 it's all been one-way traffic up, pushing to recent new highs in the 16,000 area before, as we said in the intro, coming off in September. And if we want to take a look at some of those Fibonacci key levels in the longer term, you've got 78.6, around 13,900, 14,000. The even stronger Fibonacci at 61.8, about 12,500, and below that 38.2, just over 10,000. There's a lot of noise around that 14,000 to 12.5 area, which was pretty much played out the first part of 2021, but overall it's still looking very bullish despite September's tough month. So what's the daily Heikin Ashi telling us? Well, if we go to the bottom right, the two signals there, the RSI and the regression, both bearish. Volatility picking up, pushing towards 20% annual vol, but that's nowhere near its highs. It's not very exciting really at those levels. And if we go on to the price, it's under our box set up, those pink lines there on the sell signal, and the pink blue lines, that's the two standard deviation plus minus regression analysis, and it's hitting the bottom of those bands. So those more bullish of the index might be thinking it's a good time to jump in at those sort of levels. Now, overall though, trend strong and up, slight pullback, and if you look at other months it's a similar sort of size of pullback before carrying on upwards. Something else that I like to look at for the NASDAQ, and it's similar with the S&P 500, and they use the VIX. On the NASDAQ it's the VXN, and that's telling me what the options traders are thinking about market volatility. There's an inverse relationship to the increase in the volatility index versus the price of the underlying index. Now if we focus in on the bottom there, and especially bottom left, it's a one-day chart of the NASDAQ 100 volatility, and if that turns red and goes up, then I expect the price of the index to fall down. It's that inverse relationship I was mentioning. At the moment then, that's telling me it's still looking pretty bearish. So the Renko chart with a $50 block size for a bit more action. Signals down the bottom there, both bearish at the moment. Price, you can see, obviously pulling back, and we had a recent sell signal in September, breaking outside of our two pink line box breakout there, heading towards the 61.8% Fibonacci line, which is on this chart here is at 14,669. So that might provide an area of support, and if it can't, then the next level down is down to 14,000. That's that 38.2% line. And then if it can go down further from there, it's anywhere between the 14,000s and 13,000s. To the upside, if it can use this next 61.8% line as a bounce back, then it's going to get into noise around the early 15,000s, and then it's got to push up towards those highs 15,700. If it can break there and has some fundamental reason to do so, then 16,500 possible next upside targets. Based off the long-term and short-term technicals, I've given it a neutral overall opinion, and that really does hinge on where the price is currently playing at the moment. Remember that Fibonacci line I pointed out on the Renko, around the 14,700 area. If it goes down below, then that neutral valuation could quite easily turn bearish, and vice versa. If it uses it as support, then we could be looking at a good bullish up push. Now if we focus in on the targets, good risk return there, 3.2, 6 to 1 to the upside, and also to the downside some pretty decent plays as well. So like I say, key Fibonacci line, what's it going to do next into October? downsides 2.6 and 4.2 to 1. But currently based just purely off the signals, the technical analysis, I'm going to give it a neutral, but like I say, it could turn bearish bullish very quickly as we head into October. So use those technicals to time your way into the trade. So the NASDAQ 100 could possibly be at a key point for where it heads next. At the moment neutral, but could quite easily turn bearish bullish, so watch closely where it's heading next around this price level. Do you agree with today's analysis? Where do you think the price is heading next? Let me know in those comments below. If you like today's technical analysis in the video and want to learn more, I'll put a link in the description below. If you've liked today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons to receive future notification of content that I'm going to produce just like this. And all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.